I think y'all are exhausted. Like, it's 10:30 in the morning right now. So, and I've had some coffee. There's really no reason for me to be tired. And I am just, I am so tired. Like, I was connecting to your energy and I just started yawning. I'm about to yawn again. Oh, y'all, what is good? What is good? Do we need to take some time to rehabilitate ourselves? To really do some self-care? You know, to maybe stop pushing so hard, pushing ourselves with work, with whatever. And I know Leo's been in a little bit of a funk. I mean, that eclipse, I know it's probably going to hit you all differently and in waves. I mean, it's hitting all of us in waves, but, you know, this is a new eclipse 2-year cycle of coming into your sign in Aquarius. So as someone who's Virgo, who experienced the eclipses the last 2 years, in my first and 12th house, it's not easy. You know, it's not easy because eclipses ask us to really make changes that a lot of us were resisting in some capacity or were not aware that we had to make. So what can you do to temper yourself and to bring yourself back to even? There's a displacing of your energy. It's either getting all spent you know, having fun, or it's all getting spent at work. I'm thinking it's all getting spent at work or on things that are like part of your responsibilities. And, you know, your birthday just passed, so it's kind of like, you know, back to business, right? But there's a need to be gentle and kind to yourself and just I'm feeling rehabilitate, however that resonates for you. But yeah, like my shoulders feel tired. Like I just want to like sink down low right now. And I want. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've yawned 3 times since picking up the cards for you. Jeez. And I just ate breakfast too, and not like a heavy breakfast, but like, you know, in general. Right. So clarity is coming, okay, Leo. Clarity is coming, and it's coming in hot. Okay, it's coming in hot. But I think this is also clarity that you will burn yourself out if you just keep going, okay? We cannot always be on the go. We just can't, okay? You just can't. And for a lot of you, this eclipse might have made you realize, like, you need to slow down. And whether it's your job scheduling you for overtime or, you know, just you taking on additional responsibilities, whatever it is, doesn't really matter what it is, your family, no one's going to prioritize you for you. You have to prioritize you. So what is it that's stopping you from slowing this horse down? You know, what is it? Because I know that breakthrough is coming. I know you feel it. I know you feel burnt. Okay, I know you feel burnt. And, you know, it's another thing to remember that when we're constantly moving our body and going, it's really difficult to get clarity and to get clear and to have a clear mind because we're constantly giving our body and our being things to distract ourselves from how we feel and from what's going on internally. Whew. Oh, wow. Y'all, these are like really deep, like body yawns too. So like, can y'all please take a nap? Like, oh my gosh. Please take a nap. Like, please take a nap. Please rest yourself. Please honor your body. Okay, honor your body. All right, Leo, listen. If you notice, the Ace of Swords appeared back up here in the Knight of Swords in the outcome. However, in the outcome, it is paired with your card, the King of Wands. So overall, I'm feeling as though the message I got when the Hierophant dropped was that stupid 2 Chainz song when he says, they ask me what I do and who I do it for. And I don't think you're getting a big booty hole for your birthday. However, I do think that the crux or the position or the crossroads that you're at right now is really a head versus heart battle. and a similar to what I told Taurus, a you versus you battle. There's this feeling here. That is the card of Taurus, though I don't feel Taurus. I don't think you're involved with the Taurus. That's not the vibe that I'm getting. Leo, I think that this is like a battle between what you've been told and what you've been, to an extent, forced to believe, right? The way we're programmed, societally forced to believe, versus how you feel, right? So the dilemma is internal. It feels as though it is external. There feels as though there's external pressure in what, what is a man, what is a woman, what is stability, what is success, what is being a mother, what is being a father, what is, you know what I mean? All those things. But in your heart, Leo, in your heart, you know what it is. Like, and I think that's why you're so tired. I yawned 2 more times when I was pulling these cards. And I think that's why you're so tired, because when we have that kind of inner strife, it is extremely exhausting. It is extremely exhausting. And there's something that you've been trying to push, right? We have the 3 of Swords, or excuse me, 3 of Wands, and the World with the rune Victory here in the position that you need to let go. So it's like you've been trying to push this new beginning, or push this ending even. Push this ending. It's like you've been trying to max out this cycle that you've been in. Maxing it out. Like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to get it done. This is what it's going to be. And Spirit is saying, like, you need to stop, basically. Like, we don't decide how long we run on which hamster wheels, to an extent. Like, we do, but we don't. And I think that you're starting to realize, like, that maybe there's no more progress available to you in the way that you thought, if that makes sense. Like, it's not necessarily that your conditions that you're in are not conducive to progress. It just needs to be viewed differently. Because with fertility, right, the rune fertility, right, ripeness, right, things that are prepared to birth new worlds, right, and big endings to make big beginnings, it's like you're trying to, it feels as though you're trying to extend and continue progressing in the world that you've been in, right? But the thing about the world is it leads to the Fool, and it leads to a new place that you've never been before. So it's feeling a little bit like you've been trying to grow in a garden or a pot that is too small for you. And you are so ripe for change, and you feel that. But this world that you've been living in can no longer sustain the life that you deserve, and know, like I said, and again, I know you feel it in your heart, because there is no confusion here in you and in how you feel and what you know to be true. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing, Leo. So the exhaustion is coming from these perceived outside forces that are pressuring you. And I find it interesting that all the court cards that are here are male. And I think it's because you've been physically doing a lot, like using your masculine energy, right? Doing a lot. Your overall energy this month is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay? So now it is Virgo season. Y'all know I love to akin this card to Virgo because I just love it. But, and some of you might be taking a lesson from a Virgo or from Virgo on being more discerning on what is real and what is not. Because the thing about Leo, it's so admirable. I have my Venus in Leo. So what's so admirable about Leo is Leo just wants to follow their heart and just goes and goes and goes. And that is very beautiful. But just because we want something or desire something doesn't necessarily mean we have the best path, right? Doesn't mean we've formulated the best directions to the destination. And that's when there needs to be an intervention of sorts of faith. Overall, though, with the 9 of Pentacles here, this journey that you've been on, right, is one of independence and one of financial security, right? Doing it for me, by me, You know, it's just all about you. And that's a beautiful thing, right? To stand on your own 2 feet and have that kind of autonomy. It's a beautiful thing. But if you're getting depleted by your situation, right, you're going to have a hard time. Some of you may be switching to or trying to move to self-employment, or move to a position of just pure flourishing. But there needs to be a reconciliation between what you've been told, right? What society has told you is right, is wrong, is, you know, what is success? Like I said before, what is spirit? What is love? What is family? What am I supposed to be doing at 25, 30, 35, 40? All those kind of things, right? Because what's interesting, I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but what's interesting is the Hierophant in your headspace, the rune protection, right? Protection. This could also be, I don't feel marriage like in a traditional sense, but this could be like commitments of all types, whether they be with friends, with your job, with commitments that you've bonded yourself to that are like not with another person, but with an ideal. Right? And it's almost as if your perceived doctrine or your perceived beliefs on how those things are ordained, right, is actually protecting you, and not a so positive way, protecting you from really fully embracing what is in your heart, which is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is my favorite king because not only is he secure in himself, right? He's extremely emotionally mature and aware of how he feels. And that is a beautiful position to be in. For some of you, you know, like I said, the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups is here. And this may like really resonate for those, I'm feeling men in particular, but it could be women that also have water and earth strongly in their chart. Okay? There's a need to really, really investigate where your beliefs are coming from and how you may be using society's pressure or the things that you've been, like I said, told that, you know, this means this, and at this level of life you have to do this. Like, I just had this revelation for myself, you know, recently about how I was blocking something that I really desired, that I knew in my heart, in a King of Cups way, knew in my heart made me feel so amazing and so alive and so happy and vibrant. And I resisted it and pushed it off because I didn't know how I would explain it to other people, or how I would justify to other people why I chose to put myself in that situation. And that's fear. You know, that's shame. That's first of all, no one has to understand anything that we choose. Nobody has to approve of anything that we choose to do with our life. And especially the things that we feel, King of Cups, extremely secure about and extremely confident, like in an emotional way. Like, I know what resonates in my soul and no one else will. No one else, Leo, will know what lights your heart on fire, right? What makes you feel so alive. No one else will know that. No one else will know what it feels, you know, what that thing or that person or that situation that makes you just feel so heard and so understood, right? And ultimately that comes from knowing oneself, right? But then the ego comes in, right? The mind comes in and saying, oh, but, you know, that's not what marriage looks like. That's not what a successful business partnership looks like. Or that's not what a person at 35 is supposed to be acting like. And it's like, who the are you? You know, like, who are you? So be willing to step out of the world that you have known. Okay? Be willing to go into our uncharted territory. Be willing to step beyond what you have ever perceived possible for yourself. Because that's what I've learned also about spirits, miracles, and the way that the abundance and gifts and prayers get answered. They are always far beyond our wildest dreams. Like, they say use visualization as a tool, and I'm not condemning that, but it's like, I've never actually seen Spirit deliver an identical visualization. And that's why I try to visualize things from a feeling place, not from a physical, like this person and this scenario and this house. It's how does it feel? You know, how does it feel? And then be open to Spirit filling in all those visual blanks for you, because all you can chase is the feeling. So this month, right, this beautiful, secure, confident, high self-esteem, reassured independence is going to come from you having faith that the fact that you've made peace with your heart and what you know in your soul to be true is what will deliver you to your next place, which is amazing because we also have the sun behind that, right? Joy is granted to those who do not need physical manifestations or validation from others before they go out and seize what is rightfully theirs in their heart. The door that's not open for you that was once closed, we have the Ace of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the rune Destiny here, okay? So this is really beautiful because the clarity, right? The clarity comes from you realizing that destiny is an opportunity, right? Fate, or what you choose for yourself, or what you want to manifest for yourself is available in every single moment. You just have to choose, right? You have to choose more and you have to choose different. And that's exactly what this is saying here. Like the physical opportunity, right? Knowing, it's almost as if, I'm sorry for being a little confusing. It's almost as if you have to first say to Spirit, okay, I accept your opportunity to plant new seeds and plant and create a new world for myself, a new financial world, a new spiritual world, I'm feeling a little bit like this feels a little bit like home. Again, it's not romantic in any sense, but it just feels like a new sense of home, right? You have to first believe before you receive the clarity on how to erect this and build, right? You have to first believe in the opportunity and accept the opportunity before you receive the information and the clarity and the knowing on how to build that life. Okay? So again, the tools that you have gathered in this current world have very much set you up to the place that you're going to be in, but you have to be willing for things to change and know that if things were supposed to manifest in the world that you've been living in, then they would have. Okay, this feels a little bit like a whole new world. Like do it. You know what I mean? Do it. Okay? Your energy for this month, Leo, again, in your head, we have the Hierophant with the rune protection, King of Cups in your heart, and in your foundation, the Two of Swords. So I'm going to focus on the Two of Swords right now because I talked about these other two a minute ago. Now, this is why I say it's a dilemma. Two of Swords in your heart, right? I'm sorry, in your foundation. She has her heart crossed, right? So the reason that you've been indecisive on what to do is because you're ignoring your heart. Because if you know what's in your heart, then why is your mind even playing a role? Right? If your intuition, right, the moon here is beckoning you. Is there even really a decision to make? It's like contemplating whether you're going to eat, something fresh that like just got made yesterday or something that's 10 days old. You know what I'm saying? Like the clear answer is like, the 10-day-old food's going to make you sick. Like, so why is it even a decision? And not saying that like your mind is poisonous or whatever, but there's a little bit of rigidity when it comes to the Hierophant. The Hierophant, yes, is a spiritual lesson, right? And a little bit I feel like your heart knows it's time, but your mind is still working to push off this lesson, to push off this new level of commitment, to push off this new marriage of how your mind works in unison with your heart to create this new world for yourself. And for some of you, this new commitment will be with an earth sign. I think it'll be more so with money. Like if you don't have earth in your chart, this might be an earth sign, but this does not feel romantic to me. So I just want to keep reiterating that. It would be someone that you already knew, and potentially this is a boss or a financial type person, someone that you do business with or whatever. But it's like you've made this into like a decision or something that needs to be contemplated, but there's really nothing to contemplate, and you already know that in your heart. The King of Cups is so sure of himself. He has looked deep within. He has weighed the pros and cons. He has given consideration to logic. That's why he sits in the water on a cement block, okay? The waters can be choppy, but he is unmoved. He is self-assured. So what other type of validation do you need than how you feel? Leo, isn't how you feel enough? Shouldn't that be enough for you? That's the question here this month. If you truly want to have this level of bliss, right? Feeling secure and safe and independent and powerful and self-assured, while also being in your joy and enjoying life for all its gifts. Shouldn't that be enough? Does it really matter what society has to say? Does it? And I know we say, oh no, it doesn't matter what society has to say, but then those thoughts and those fears come in. So always remember too that the heart is much quieter than the ego. The heart is much more soft-spoken and smooth. And the ego is always what makes us rethink or reconsider or kind of nags at us and comes at us in a very like meh type of way. So that is the distinction. Spirit's advice for you this month, Leo. King of Pentacles, clarified by the Eight of Cups. And the rune that we had in the King of Pentacles is luck. So again, Spirit is saying your success, right? Your success and your ability to build a stable foundation, a stable bank account, a stable home, a stable life, like, right? Just for yourself and your inner world, comes from your ability to move on emotionally from the things that have disappointed you or maybe not have worked out in the past. And this is like big moving on. I'm feeling like really old stuff. Like this could be like you needing to realize that when you were 6 years old, your mom told you like, oh, when you grow up, you know, you need to do X, Y, and Z. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful. And she probably has long forgotten that she said that to you. But deep down, that has been like nagging at you, like the little devil on your shoulder has been nagging at you with every move that you've made. Okay, so success, instability, and comfort, right? I'm feeling comfort as well, right? Feeling safe and secure in your choices comes from your willingness to leave behind doubt, leave behind old disappointments, leave behind these memories of life that you've identified with up until now. It's like leaving behind old stories, leaving behind that time that this situation didn't work, especially if this is an earth sign that you've been involved with before, right? And I don't mean people that like have outright disrespected you and like hurt you and abused you. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that have just been in your life and maybe, you know, we're all on our own path, so we can't always be on the same page. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So the success, right, and the abundance comes from your ability to pack light. I told Taurus this too, pack light, emotionally pack light, because one, it's nobody's job to carry your baggage, okay? It isn't. That's codependency, okay? It's no one's job. Two, you know you don't want to carry it. You don't. It's strenuous. And again, you are so confident in how you feel. And I think you will easily leave this behind. I think you just needed the reminder. I think this reading is like enough. You just needed to be reminded that like, you don't got to answer to nobody. Okay? You don't got to answer to nobody. And what you have lived before and what you've experienced before, that relationship that failed with someone else 5 years ago, right? and now you have this new person in your life, and you're like, okay, but the last time I tried to cohabitate with somebody, it failed. Or the last time I tried to get serious with somebody, it failed. Or the last time I tried to be self-employed, it failed. The last time I tried to cut my hours at work, I lost money. Whatever it is, okay? You need to be willing to leave that, let that go. Let that shit go, okay? In the outcome, we have, again, the Knight of Wands with the rune Prosperity and the King of Wands. So straight up for me, this says that the abundance comes quick, the money comes quick, the answers to your prayers come quick as soon as you step into your power, as soon as you step into your authenticity, right? Being true to yourself. Being true to yourself and not answering to anybody but you and your truth and your authenticity is what will deliver you all the things that you've been asking for. This is actually a little bit similar to Capricorn as well. Okay, Capricorn had 3 aces. They had 3 aces in their reading. They also had the Ace of Cups. And you just need to believe in yourself, Leo, which I do think that you're there. I think this is just like the last little hiccup. But your gifts, right? The things that you've been asking for, your miracles, all of that get delivered the second you fully step into your power. Step fully into your power. Step fully into your grace. Step fully into your fire. Nobody knows you but you. Only you know your truth, and only you are here to live your truth. The second you stop asking for outside validation or expecting outside validation or considering what other people may think, feel, say, screw them, Leo. Screw them, okay? Because they're not a part of your life. And even if they are a part of your life, do you want anybody in your life, family or not, you know what I mean? Or friends or not, that don't approve of you doing you? Because this doesn't feel destructive. I don't see you, you know what I mean, doing something that's bad for you. That's not what we have here. And if you are, then you know what you're doing. But at the end of the day, it's still your life. Okay? So everything that you've been wanting comes to you like that. The second you just do you. Follow your own path. Blaze your own path. Be your own person. You know what's in your heart. You know exactly how you feel. Do not let things that people have told you, situations that they live, morals and values that they live by, that your parents live by, that your friends live by, those are not yours. You're your own leader. Okay? You're your own leader. So don't worry about them. Worry about yourself. You got 2 affirmations as well. So did Taurus. I come from the loving space of my heart, and I know that love opens all doors. I have come to this planet to learn to love myself more and to share that love with all those around me. Ain't that the truth? I am grateful for being alive today. It is my joy and pleasure to live another wonderful day. Never seen this one before. I balance my life between work, rest, and play. They all get equal time. Okay. So, Leo, obviously you need to rest. You need to end this internal conflict you're having with yourself. And all that requires to do it is you choose you. You choose you and what you know in your bones. What you know in your bones. What you know in your heart of hearts. Okay? I love you guys so very much. And I will be back soon with your love reading. Peace.